everyone, it's Asim and this is the desk setup I have always dreamed of building. You might be thinking how I made up till here, but trust me, it wasn't always like this. For the longest time, I used to work from my bed, sometimes a dining table with just a laptop and no fancy gadgets. But I always had this vision, one day I'm going to build a space where I can think creatively, feel better while working, sit for a whole day and not get dozed, and which inspires me to build my dream life. And this is that space. It's cozy, it's functional, and it's designed around how I actually work and live. This is my dream desk setup, my dream home office 2025. And today I'm going to take you through everything I have added, why I chose it, and how it all works together. But here's the thing, this didn't happen overnight. It took years of hard work, hundreds of setbacks, thousands of doubts, and alhamdulillah, a mindset that never stopped showing up and putting in the work. So let's see how it all came together and what are the products that I am using. I've also added links to everything in the description if you want to check them out or build your own version. Feel free to check out. There are some special coupon codes too for you guys because you all have been amazing so far. So yeah, I've divided this video into 3 different sections: ergonomics, functionality, and aesthetics. Let's start with the foundation of any good setup, ergonomics. If you're spending 8 to 10 hours a day at your desk, this part matters a lot. The heart of this entire setup is height adjustable desk that I'm using from ErgoyOu. And a huge thanks to ErgoyOu for sending it over. Honestly, it's worth every penny. It's clean, sturdy, and has just the right amount of space for everything I need without feeling cluttered. It also has this clean, minimal design that fits perfectly into the vibe I was going for. I love that I can sit and work when I'm in deep focus and then just switch to standing whenever I feel like I need a reset or a bit of movement. It's such a small action, but it really helps break the monotony when you are working long hours. The motors are solid and smooth, like really smooth, and can carry up to 120 kgs easily without a single wobble. For the look, I went with white legs and maple top, just to give that cozy, warm tone I had in mind for the whole space. And in terms of space, it's perfect. All of my essentials fit comfortably and there's still enough breathing room to work without feeling cluttered. This one costs around 32,000, but if you check the website, they have got plenty of options starting from 15,000 to 50,000. I would highly recommend checking out ErgoyOu desks, not just for the solid build quality, but because it's such a crucial investment for any creative designer or entrepreneur. If you're building a serious setup, this is one upgrade you won't regret. Do check them out at ergoyou.in. I'm sure you will love it. Also, I've got special coupon code for you guys on all the ErgoyOu desks. Use code ASIMX5 to get extra discount. Pairing the desk with a good chair was non-negotiable, and the one I'm using right now is from Fredo, and it's their 3D Posture Plus model. I've tried a bunch of ergonomic chairs. Some were okay, they helped a bit, but none of them really fixed the back pain problem I had. But this chair changed that. It supports my back well, gives enough movement, and keeps me comfortable during long working hours. One of the best ergonomic chairs when it comes to comfort. I've placed the link below. They have got 3 color options: black, white, and brown. I preferred white for my white and beige combination. To keep the ergonomic factor intact, I'm using the ErgoyOu monitor arm, and it's been a great upgrade too. It's super sturdy and easily holds my 32-inch monitor without any shake or sag. What I really love is how easily I can adjust the height and distance, so whether I'm sitting back or leaning in, the screen stays at the perfect angle for my posture and comfort. Plus, it completely freed up a bunch of desk space. My old monitor stand used to take up a massive chunk of the desk, but now I have way more room to work, sketch, or just keep things clutter free. Since I just mentioned the 32-inch screen, I'm using the BenQ PD3225U, and honestly, I landed on this after doing a lot of research and comparing the best monitors out there. I was looking for a monitor that could really support my day-to-day design work, and this one stood out for its features and the kind of color accuracy it offers, which was a big factor for me. The wider screen real estate makes it so much easier to spread things out and work comfortably, so I don't have to lean in or hunch over just to focus on details. It helps me stay in the zone for long without feeling tired. and this one costs around 96,000. So if you've got the budget for it, this is the one I would highly recommend. But now they might bring a latest version of this model, so you can check that out too. Next, for my keyboard and mouse, I'm using the MX keys and the MX vertical mouse, both from Logitech, and this combo has been working really well for me. The keyboard feels solid and keys are quiet and tactile, and it's just really comfortable to type. But the real game changer has been the MX vertical mouse. I wasn't sure about it at first because of the design, but it has actually made a huge difference. It fits really well in the hand, and it has helped reduce the wrist strain I used to feel during long work sessions. If you're someone who's at your desk for most of the day, this combo is definitely worth considering. Now that the ergonomic part is sorted, let's move into functionality, the tools I use every day to actually get my work done. I'm still using the MacBook Air M1 from 2020, and it honestly holds such a special place in my journey. This was my first ever Mac I bought for myself when I was pursuing my post-graduation in design, and since then it has been with me through everything. From assignments to client work to building content, it has handled it all silently, efficiently, and without any lags. For something that lightweight, the performance is still surprisingly solid, and it's probably one of the best decisions I have made setup-wise. Unless I need to do something super intense, this covers everything I need comfortably. And right now you can get this at around 54,000, I guess. Then I've got the iPad Pro 11-inch with the M4 chip, and the story behind this one still blows my mind. I actually got this through a giveaway I won by Vic Studio, and when I found out I had won the latest iPad, I was literally out of words. I couldn't believe it. Right now I use it mainly as a second screen and also to sketch ideas, take notes, and plan out content. It's super light, insanely fast, and the performance is just on another level. Perfect for quick creative tasks or working on the go. To pair with my iPad Pro, I'm using the Benx Infinity iPad Pro stand, and honestly it fits into the setup like a charm. It has got a really solid aluminum build, super sleek, and holds the iPad firmly in place with its magnetic grip. What I really love is how flexible it is. I can tilt, rotate, and swivel it however I want, whether I am sketching, watching a video, or using it as a second screen. The base is super stable too, so it doesn't wobble even when I'm tapping or drawing. And yeah, the finish and design blend perfectly with the rest of my workspace. It's one of those things you don't think you need until you start using it daily. Since most of us, especially designers, tend to feel more productive in darker environments or late night sessions, having the right kind of lighting becomes really important. I wanted something that was comfortable on the eyes but still lit up the workspace well without killing the vibe. So I went with the BenQ Screen Bar Hello, and it's been the perfect fit. It sits right on top of my monitor and lights up the desk without causing any glare on the screen. What I love is how it lets me switch between different lighting modes, adjust the color temperature, and it even has auto dimming based on the room's brightness. It's super low-key but adds a lot of comfort during long working hours. Now, since I really wanted to keep my desk clutter-free and cut down on the number of wires running across, I went with the MacDodo 3-in-1 MagSafe Charger. It charges my iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods all at once in one clean spot, and that instantly reduced the cable mess I used to deal with before. It adds to the clean and minimal look of the setup, and I don't have to think twice about plugging different things in throughout the day. It just works. For the cable management, I've used a mix of two things: the detached cable organizers and a cable rack I picked up from Amazon. The detached organizers were actually sent to me by Ergoyou, and they have been super helpful in keeping the cables underneath the desk sorted and out of sight. It really cleans up the whole space and adds to that minimal clutter-free look I was going for. Along with that, I've mounted a simple cable rack where I have tucked in all the wires. It keeps everything neat and out of the way. No more hanging cables or tangled mess under the desk. Then comes one of the most integral parts of this setup, the aesthetics and the cozy vibe. Let's talk about how I tried to bring that feel to life. For lighting, I went with a couple of table lamps from IKEA, and as always, the names are impossible to pronounce, so I'll just add them in the description with links below. But these lamps really set the mood for the whole space. That soft ambient glow, especially in the evening, just helps me wind down and focus without straining my eyes. And the best part, they look super aesthetic and blend right into the vibe I was going for. warm, clean and peaceful. The floating shelves and side racks you see here are also from IKEA, and honestly the quality is really solid. They were also super easy to put up, which made the whole process way smoother. The side rack beside the desk is mostly where I keep a few books I reach for often, and it also holds my post-graduation certificate, which feels special. It kind of takes me back to those hurdles and the journey that got me here. I'm also planning to add a little lamp on this rack just to make that corner feel more alive and intentional. And in the far corner, I've got a separate bookshelf where I keep my lenses, books, prayer mat, Quran and a few other essentials. I needed a space that wasn't just for aesthetics but also gave me some actual storage, and this definitely helps with that. Also planning to get a dedicated storage unit just for my desk setup soon. Something minimal but functional, again from IKEA maybe. And this piece right here, the one sitting on the wall shelf, is easily my favorite piece of art in this entire setup. It's a custom Arabic calligraphy frame from the canvas story, and the work is just beautiful. She makes these amazing handcrafted pieces that you can place on your walls, shelves or even as part of a new home setup. I've added her Instagram handle in the description. You should definitely check it out if you are looking to add something meaningful and personal to your space. You are genuinely going to love what she creates. Give her a follow. For me, this frame is more than just a decor. It's a reminder that none of this would have been possible without the blessings of Allah. No matter how clean or aesthetic a setup looks, it's the gratitude behind it that truly gives it a soul. Moving on, I have added this minimal textured rug from IKEA, and it's one of those underrated pieces that really pull the whole room together. It adds a bit of warmth to the space and makes it feel more homely, not like a cold tech studio setup. And it also feels softer underfoot, which is honestly such a nice bonus when you are spending long hours at your desk. Just a small touch, but it makes a big difference in the overall vibe. I also added these Pegboards from IKEA to the wall because I wanted a space to showcase my keyboard collection and maybe hang a few other things over time. They just look really cool on the wall, and the best part is you can customize them however you want. Hang stuff, rearrange it, make it your own. It's a fun way to add personality to the space without making it feel too cluttered. One thing I had been dreaming of for a long time was experiencing some good mechanical keyboards, and I finally got my hands on a few that I'm really happy with. Right now I have got the EpoMaker Galaxy 70, EpoMaker Dynatab 75, Cedo C65, Cedo V75 Pro, and one from Creo, which was actually my very first mechanical keyboard. But honestly, the EpoMaker and Cedo keyboards are on another level. The build quality, the design and the typing experience, it's just so satisfying. They make you want to type all day, and that's coming from someone who literally types all day. If you're into keyboards or thinking of getting your first one, these are definitely worth checking out. And the real heroes that bring all the cozy feels to this setup are these pretty plants from IKEA. Plants just bring a certain freshness and life to a space. I've handpicked each one based on where I wanted to place it and the kind of feel I was going for in each corner. IKEA actually has a really nice collection, and I just picked what felt right for the setup to soften the techie edges and make everything feel a little more lived in. Might add a few real ones soon, but for now, these do the job really well. Alright, this is it. This is what I'm currently working with in my dream home office setup. Everything in this space has a reason. Each item either helps me stay productive, supports my health, or just makes me feel a little more at peace when I sit down to work every day. It took me time to build all of this. I didn't get it all in one go. I started simple, maybe just like where you are right now, with the basics, slowly figuring out what worked for me. But looking at it now, I'm really proud of how it has come together. And I genuinely hope it gives you some ideas or a bit of inspiration if you're in the middle of building your own space too. I've added links to everything I talked about in the description below, so if you want to grab anything for your own setup, you will find it there. I've also included a few coupon codes which you can use for some extra discounts. If there's anything you are curious about or want to ask, feel free to drop a comment. I'd love to help however I can. Thanks for watching this video till the end. And more importantly, thank you for being part of this journey. Your support has helped me massively in reaching this point, and I'm truly grateful. I'll see you in the next one.